Castle back with Gwinnett Lawns in beautiful, ooh, look at the moon, Oakwood, Georgia. That's right. So today is, what is today? Today is October the 30th, 2023. So on today's video, before I tell you what I'm getting ready to tell you, I need you to guess, put down in the comments, pause the video if you need to, and tell me what demo I have in the box truck here. Today is Monday. This is the first day I have put this truck in use, and don't cheat. Put down in the video, I want the make, the manufacturer, and what do you think I'm going to be demoing for this week. You ready? Look at that. That is a Hustler Super S 52-inch with the Kawasaki 850 EFI engine. I just came here to the gas station and filled her up with fuel. I tell you something, son, this is a big old mower. This thing is massive. Look at it compared to that Tremstar. It's crazy. It has 0.3 hours. So my dealer, Georgia Outdoor Equipment in beautiful Oakwood, Georgia on McEver Road, they were kind enough. They've been trying to find me a Super S demo, a 52, excuse me, for, gosh, probably a month. Gerald has been tirelessly looking, and I wanted to demo the 52 with the carbureted 850 because that is what I would end up buying if I was going to buy one of these, and they couldn't find that. Excuse me, but they had the EFI. I'm not sure how many horsepower this is. I'm thinking it's 28.5. I don't have the specs in front of me. I know that the carbureted version is 27 horsepower. But oh my goodness, this thing is a massive. You know, I thought these Tremstar tires were huge, and they are. But look at this. So the question is why? Well, if I've been telling you guys on the past videos, I've got some bigger yards, and I need something that's much faster. I'm not getting rid of the Tremstars. That is the cornerstone of Gwinnett Lawns. What I am doing is I'm trying to integrate something that is larger than what I have and is quite a bit faster. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this motor will go like 9 miles an hour. The Tremstar speed, I believe, is 6.3 miles an hour. But that would not be with the Pro Slide or the Go Slide pulling my weight on the ground, so it's going to slow it down some. But I need something with more power for these heavy-duty, overgrown yards I seem to get all the time. And yeah, so this is what we're going to be demoing this week. I will get you guys plenty of footage. I'm going to use this today. In fact, the very first 2 yards I'll use it on, and I'll get you some footage. I want to evaluate how the mower does on hills, slopes. Obviously, it's not going to do as much as as steep as the Tremstar does. I know that, but these bigger yards that I have are not super steep, so it would benefit from a larger mower. But yeah, this thing has not cut a single blade of grass. It's got the pump and motor set up. I believe it's got maybe 10 or 12 cc pumps. But yeah, this thing is just, it's a very large mower. So anyway, I'm gonna head to the, it's about 8:55. I'm gonna head to the first yard, and I'm just gonna get you guys some footage. I will have this, I'm gonna take it back to them on Friday. They were very kind in letting me use it that long. And yeah, I'm just gonna evaluate it. The only stander I've ever actually used is a Wright. I have been on a Ferris in a parking lot before. It was a very smooth ride, and it was I believe it was a 48. But this mower is going to be doing it today. Now, I don't normally back the mowers in, And I'm used to the quad levers of the right, and it is not as easy to go down this ramp backwards. So it's easier to back up it. So with the right, I would feel more comfortable doing that. I don't know why this doesn't go all the way over, this bar, but I'll get used to it. Anyway, all right guys, let me head on out and I will see you at the first yard. right, I am back home. It is, what time is it? I think it's about 5:20. I gotta tell you, I really like this mower. I think I picked it up, it had like 0.1 or 2 hours, maybe 0.3. Now it's got 2.7. The power of this mower is insane. It's 10 horsepower more than this engine. I believe this is 28 without, I believe that's what it is, or maybe it's 28 and a half. I know that the carbureted 850 is 27. So this thing is powerful, it's fast. I had to be really careful because obviously I don't have a chute blocker on here because this is a demo. And yeah, it's this thing will destroy some leaves, and it's just got the factory Hustler blades on here. Put some Ballard Ripper blades on here and a good chute blocker, and I'm pretty sure this would be a one-pass mulch job if the leaves are dry. It's just insane how powerful it is. So I love the controls because they're so incredibly smooth. I hate the controls as well. Let me explain why. So on most standard mowers, you have this setup. You've got two bars, one in the front, one in the back, and then you've got your two levers here. Well, I am used to the way that the right does it, where this bar is in the middle and it's a quad lever like this. So if these were the bars right here, you can feather it much better with your fingertips and your thumb than having to push with like this or try to do pull back like this. I just find it, because that's the only stander I've ever used. I had that stander for several years, and I find that going backwards, I can go backwards much faster on the right and much more precisely. That's why I keep backing the mower in here. Trying to back out of here with this arrangement was it was sketchy. I can do it fine with the right. It's just, I guess it's just because that's what I'm used to. But anyway, that's fine. I can back it in here. It's definitely not a deal breaker at all. EFI, non-EFI, if it, personally me, I definitely want the carbureted 850. It's 1 horsepower less, and there's so much less to go wrong. But don't get me wrong, this engine is butter smooth. It's got lots of power. I have no complaints whatsoever. But I'm just looking like long term in the field. If the pump goes out, if the injector, whatever, the computer gets confused, I don't know. I prefer carbureted mowers myself. There's absolutely nothing wrong with fuel injection. They get better gallons per hour. You don't have to have a choke. They just start up instantly. So it's whatever floats your boat. I'm old school. I like carbureted stuff. I did 6 yards today. I used the Hustler Super S on all the yards except one. And the reason I didn't use it on that yard was because the customer had his Maserati sitting in the driveway. And because I don't have a chute blocker that I can close, I'm like, we're getting the trim star out because it's got the chute blocker. I cut the whole yard with the chute blocker closed, which I normally do with leaves, especially if they're dry. But yeah, this mower, I really like it. I really do like it. So I'm gonna have it I'm gonna take it back Friday. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a demo video. Obviously today, I'll do a separate one tomorrow because they're different yards. I'm not gonna film all of them. Some of them I will do time lapse. Wednesday, that's gonna be the real fun one because that's the super big yard that I have. And I write down all my times, start and finish, so I know how long the yards take. So get this, check this out. On 2 of the yards, one of them I got done 25 minutes faster. That's the one I did with the huge backyard, the time lapse. I believe, yeah, I did that on a time lapse. And one of them I got done like 15 minutes earlier because of how fast this mower is. It feels like it's more than twice as fast as the Trimstar. It's fast. Like full blast, I'm at the end of that yard and nothing flat. And it cuts, this mower cuts very, very nice. So I have absolutely no complaints with the Trimstar. It's a walk behind. It's not supposed to go 9 miles an hour. That's just the way it is. And to be honest, I could use this mower right here on 60% of my yards. If it was less than 50, I probably wouldn't be considering it. There are some gates that I can't get through because they're 50 inches wide and the Trimstar barely fits through. But I don't want a 48 stander. I had a couple yards that had some really sharp inclines, and now keep in mind the grass is very dry, but this thing did very well. Compared to the same yards that I had been doing with my 36 right, that thing would be sliding and slip sliding and all that. So this is far, it's almost 2 feet wider. Well, foot and a half wider than the 36, and that makes a huge difference. I can only imagine how stable the 61 is, but that's just way too big for what I need. The 52 is pretty much the biggest I would want. I'm not opposed to a 54-inch Trimstar like it was my original one that I had, but the fact of the matter is, it's just that one's faster because it's got a bigger engine, a little bit. But it's this right here. I was absolutely flabbergasted at how much time I saved. So I don't know what percentage. It was like a 30-something% faster cut on the yard. So it's like I got a 30% raise. And the fact that I'm moving the camera around, I'm still kind of not used to the box truck again. I don't like not having the trimmer with me because I have to come back here. But you know what? I just hop on this jet engine and just go back real fast and then take my weed eater back with me. Oh, the other thing that I forgot that I really enjoy doing, which saves time if you have a big yard, is blowing the street off. I don't have to walk around with a backpack blower. I just bring the stand on back, grab my backpack blower and take off, and I can blow those big yards off really fast. It saves a lot of time walking. I'm not getting as many steps in, but that's always a benefit to a stander over something like this. If this had a wheeled Velke, I could do that, but I don't want a wheeled Velke. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. I'll do another video tomorrow, and we'll have different yards. And as I continue to get used to this, the big question is, am I gonna end up liking the way the controls are, especially when I'm reversing? The last yard that I did a lot of reversing because there was a lot of leaves. I was pushing them, and I can do it fine. It's just I've only been on it for 2.5 hours, so it's okay. I'll get used to it by the end of the week. But love the mower, love it. So with that being said, guys, I will see you on the next video.